mind, I have a 1 o'clock, so I'm going to make my presentation a little bit shorter, but my message is still very important and very powerful. This coming November, I will be a 14-year breast cancer survivor. I was 41 years old, had 2 small children. I never had any other issues than maybe a cold or the flu once in a while. No family history of breast cancer, but I found a lump doing breast self-exam. I went to my doctor who said, I don't think it's anything. You don't have a family history. You're pretty young. But we need to get it checked out. Something is going on. And I went in. I had a mammogram, an ultrasound, and ultimately a needle biopsy. And then I got that call. That call that turned my world upside down. When they said, you have breast cancer, it just shocked me. I expected it to be for somebody older, somebody who had not taken care of themselves. But breast cancer can impact anyone, men and women, old, young. So that's why I wanted to stress to you all today that being your best advocate is you. Paying attention to your body, listening to what it's telling you. If you take it to the doctor and the doctor says, let's wait, I'll check it again in a year, get another doctor. That's too long. Something's going on. They need to at least rule out that it's potentially something. For in my case, at 41, a lump could have gone another year before I had gone back in, and then it could have spread and been a much different diagnosis. I was a little bit overwhelmed because obviously I was not prepared for dealing with cancer, but I was very equipped because of my faith and certainly the people we have in our community. We are very blessed in Tulsa to have some amazing physicians and great centers to help fight this disease. So I went through surgery. I then went through 4 rounds of chemotherapy. I did lose my hair. I told Miss Mary I brought some wigs today to show you all. The hardest part really is when you lose your hair, because simply that's the outward sign to everyone else that you are sick. And so we have some people choose to wear hats or scarves. I like wigs. I've always liked wigs. I like them for costume parties, and so I just added to my collection. So one of my first ones that I got came from my stepmom, and I call it my Dolly Parton wig. For those of you who are too young. And then my name is Leanne, and my husband's name is Andy. So I have a little raggedy And then there were times after chemotherapy that my kids told me I was a bit of a witch. So I have my Cruella. And this was my favorite, though. You know, not all wigs are created equal. A lot of the ladies may know that. Sir, I'm pretty sure that you, as your bald head, is beautiful. Right? You like this going on here? But for some of us, we feel like coverage is important. So I would have a wig for work, a work wig. And it was not very good. In fact, it was terrible. It looked like a beaver. He climbed on my head and died. And so I had viewers, call and email because they didn't know what I was going through. Mm-hmm. And so as it turned out, I used it as an opportunity to educate people that you don't really know when you look in the outside of somebody what they're going through. That's right. So you got to be really sensitive to that too. And for me, being on TV, I'm used to people saying they don't like my hair, they don't like my makeup, they don't like my clothes. I get it. But by the same token, when you're going through a battle like this, it can be very hurtful, painful. Exactly. So I would come home, I would take off my work hair, and this is my hair. This is my hair, Miss Mary. This is how I would love to wear my hair like this all the time. I don't know why I don't. I call it my Tina Turner.
Yes.
Yeah, rolling on the river, baby. Rolling.
Now you folks are like, oh, great.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
No. And it's always fun because I do love it when people come up and say, hey, I watch you on TV. And a lot of people, I understand, names, there's a lot of us on TV. I've been doing this for 33 years. I used to be over at Channel 8. Now I'm at Channel 6. I'll be celebrating 20 years in January there. But it's always cute when you're out in the community and people and especially when I was going through this, I was wearing these crazy wigs and people would be like, I think that's her, but I don't know. And I always wanted to just it's me! But this was one of my most favorites. It's called my Marge Simpson Gone Bad.
Oh man.
My goodness.
Oh man.
So what was really cool was I've been diagnosed in November, surgery in December, January started chemotherapy. January is also the month at my church I started in the choir. And you know how you think, oh, I'm gonna bless people, I'm gonna bless others. I was the one that got blessed, right? So I asked my choir director, I said, when we go to practice, I said, is it okay if I wear my crazy wigs? Because work wigs are one thing, but so he's like, yeah, that's fine. So Dolly Parton showed up and Cruella showed up. I even had some really cool dreads that I totally liked. At the time I wore this one to church, the choir was like, enough. We cannot see around your hair. We're going to have to put that around. But what all of that is to tell you is, for me, I had to look at it as this is part of my journey. And all of us have journeys, whether that be a diagnosis of something chronic or it be a relationship issue. How you look at that situation, it's really part of your overall wellness. The Bible talks about a cheerful heart doeth good like a medicine. But I'm telling you, when you are not cheerful, those bones dry up.
Yeah.
So it's really critical that whatever you're going through, and for me, the way I dealt with it was through humor. And so I also found wearing these crazy wigs, there was no doubt when I would wear green, the green, that's a wig. And people would feel more comfortable. They would say, hey, that's crazy. What's going on? Well, I've got breast cancer and I'm having chemotherapy, and this is a way for me to connect with others. I finished up the chemotherapy. I did 33 days of radiation, and then you're pretty much considered cancer free. Except then you begin the yearly checkups, and every time that February date goes around for my checkup, my heart stops. I can tell you exactly how long it takes to read a mammogram. If that tech has taken 2 minutes longer, my heart starts to race. But I have faith and I trust that the Lord is there for me. He got me through that first part, and He's not going to fail me now.
Yes.
I tell people every time I go and speak, it's a three-pronged approach, and really this is the way it is for any kind of illness. You are your best advocate, so you need to be listening to your body. If you notice a change, go and talk with your doctor about it, and don't take no for an answer. And for breast cancer specifically, a monthly breast self-exam is really easy to do when you're in the shower. If you feel a lump, a bump, if you see a bruise, if you see dimpling, if you see redness, if it's hot to the touch, all of those are triggers, warning signs to say, hey, something's not right. Let me go and get this checked out. Jesus. And then see your doctor once a year. And then if you're over the age of 50, I love the list that Crystal put up there. Because a lot of times we get, I've talked to ladies and they're like, I've never had a mammogram. Or I haven't had a mammogram in 10 years. Well, that's what those are great guides. Those are perfect tools to see where you are today. And then fast forward a year, a 2, 3, to see how the progression of that potential, the tissue can be. So I encourage women to do the breast self-exam. Guys, I'm really advocate on this, because for you guys, once there's a lump, they usually disregard it, and then it's worse. It's harder to treat. It's very rare, but it's more aggressive. So I've talked to 2 patients that are breast cancer survivors that are men, and they are big advocates to say, when you notice a change, go to your doctor and don't just dismiss it. The Race for the Cure is coming up. In fact, 3 weeks from today will be our race. It's going to be at the River Spirit Casino down south. We're going to be walking along Riverside. And I have a team, other people have teams, and I brought a couple of things. I'd like to leave these, and then you guys can keep them for whenever. I'm going to leave this whole bag. But anyway, these are cards that talk about mammography, and it's a good little tool for you to have if you're unsure or uncertain. It can answer some of your questions. There are 10 little scars here. I'd like to give those away for those who would like one. They're part of the Race for the Cure. And then you can join my team by going to our website at newsline6.com. You can also, hey, hi, they just had a story on you on Channel 6. I know you. You're on TV. Nice to see you. Welcome. Sorry. Now I know what it's like to be on the other side of the talk. He's like, oh, please. These are actual physical paper entries that you can fill out and mail in, or you can go to the Komen website and sign up. We would love to have as many people as possible to come out. It's a great day of celebration. Do we have any survivors, breast cancer survivors here? Anybody that has a friend or a loved one? Woo! You're a survivor?
Oh, wow.
Yes. Praise the Lord. That's awesome. And those of you who are impacted, I mean, some of you, this was a great opportunity to hear a funny little story, and now you know a little bit more about me. But what will happen is, as you move forward, you now have been made aware of breast cancer. You now know a breast cancer survivor when you see me. And what will happen is when a story comes up or somebody else in your family or friend is diagnosed, you'll quickly try to recall the things that I talked about. I remember I had done a story for a full year on breast cancer at Channel 8, and I was encouraging women to do breast self-exam and to get their mammograms. And I did that. I started doing self-exam, never even thinking 6 years later I would find my own lump. So you never know the foundation of information that you're getting throughout your life when you have to call that up to help you get through where you are in your journey. And for me, I've been incredibly blessed. You know, my story's not unique. There are 2.5 million breast cancer survivors in this country. And I just happen to have an amazing platform, and I'm very grateful. The station allows me to go out and speak and has supported me and has been our sponsor for the Race for the Cure now for 8 years. So we are, all the money, 75 cents out of every dollar stays right here in Green Country, helping patients that you probably know, women who don't have insurance or have low insurance. Those mammograms are not cheap, but they can be affordable for women who reach out to certain organizations that come in funds. So I thank you for your time today, and I look forward to seeing you either at the race on September 30th in the morning. They even have a sleepwalker race, so you don't even have to get out of bed. That's my kind of race. Y'all have a blessed day, and thank you for letting me be a part of this program. Thank you, Crystal.
Once again, we don't have the mics, but if you could give her a round of applause one more time.
I'm going to take my hair and go. Absolutely.
I know it's
So
not,
happy to meet you.
Nice to meet
prevalent
you.
for a lot of women to even think about breast cancer, or even men for that reason alone. But at least inform yourself. You may be, I don't believe in doctors. I believe they give you the disease, but you may have already had the disease. It's at least worth getting checked out. And if you don't think that you have it, you can always get a second or a third or a fourth opinion.
Yeah, stay with it. Stay with it for sure. All right, God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. So I encourage you all to please get your checkups, and like I said, it'll be posted on the link. So, even though, wait, I had a fitness app and I didn't finish this slide. It's been a day. So I'll tell you about a very good fitness app for you guys. It's called MyFitnessPal. If you have never heard of that, you have to go check it out. You can download this app on your phone. And I have it downloaded on my phone. I wish I could find it. It's up here somewhere. But when you have MyFitnessPal, you can put in your weight, how much weight you're trying to lose, and how fast you're trying to lose it. Now, it's not going to let you lose more than 2 pounds per week, but you know how many calories it takes to lose for your weight size, how many calories it would take to maintain, to lose, or to gain. And it tells you as you go along, if you keep up this habit, in 5 weeks you'll weigh this. And it motivates you. And that's another tool that you can use. Again, it's called MyFitnessPal. And there's a group for WHOW. If you go out there, you can join the WHOW group, and it'll be members that can help you and support you, because we're all out there trying to lose weight together. Now, before we do our next speaker, we have another door prize. And today, we have a nice Taking It to the Streets shirt. And I already marked stars by names before. Jasmine White. This is one. I actually have two. And this one is going to be a different one. I'm looking for the first person that said I'm here on the Facebook app. So I'm going to go check out the app and see who was first, other than me, to logging in to Boston Encounters. Let's see. Oh, did you guys not say I'm here?
It's thumbs up.
I did.
Okay, we're gonna have to do this another way. I have a book. It's 60 seconds. Name off the 10th person on that list. It's 60 Seconds to Slim by Michelle Scofro. Angie Hep. She's slim. Okay, you're very slim. She's already slim. Her family is a figment of health. They have their own firm and everything. Who's right above?
Above her, Cindy Grady.
Cindy Grady. Oh my goodness.
She's slim too.
Book. How about that? I got.
I was here first, Crystal. You should honor me.
I got
You know I
would. We actually have several gifts tonight. So our next speaker is Travis Miller, and he's going to be talking to you today about little motivation. So if he can come up for us, and we'll give him a round of applause.
All right. Funny. Hey, Marcus, Victoria.
So before we get
How y'all doing?
started, we have little daughter passing out something, and we're actually gonna use that. We're gonna use this towards the end, so it'll make sense as we're going through the presentation. But today's presentation is focused on what do you want. And me, I am a personal trainer. I have my own business called Student Before Athlete. And that's what I ask all my clients is, what do you want? Because one thing that I realized is if you don't know what you want, then you'll never know how to get there. Let me say it again. If you don't know what you want, you'll never know how to get there. And I do motivational speaking, but what we're talking about today is not only going to help you towards fitness, your fitness journey, but it's going to help you in life in general. And so, while we're waiting for the fitness pass goes out, I want everybody to close their eyes. And for 1 minute, I just want you to think about, all I want you to do is think about what do you want? When it comes to fitness, since we're talking about fitness today, what is it that you want? And this is what I do each and every morning when I get up in the morning. I close my eyes and I dream. Because a lot of times what I realize is the reason why we can never accomplish anything or we fail to accomplish something is because we lose our imagination and we lose the ability to dream. At one point in time, each and every one of us was a kid and we had this big imagination. But at some point in time, that imagination got lost in the shuffle. So for the next 15 seconds, just think about what it is that you really want. You got 10 seconds left. All right, everybody open up your eyes. So me introducing myself, my name is Travis Miller. I'm originally from Fort Smith, Arkansas. I have a business, like I said, called Student Before Athletes. And basically what we're focused on is dream again, envision and do. Because like I said, a lot of people they just simply stopped dreaming. They're simply allowing life to control